Aqua gang, what it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general love message, all right, for my Aquarius soul family. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guides give us exactly what we need to know in regards to my Aqua gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. These messages, of course, are general, you guys, okay? So take what resonates with you and leave the rest for whoever it's here for. Cross watchers, you are also welcome in this thing. Place yourself where you belong in the storylines and leave the rest, of course, all right? If we could all take a moment and click that like button, guys, all right? It helps with the engagement and it helps people find us on this platform. It helps us grow. Also, if you want to, and you haven't done so already, you might want to make it official. Go ahead and press that subscribe button, right? Become a part of the gang. Become a part of the team. Also, click the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload on the channel. Now, we have zero time to waste, okay? In fact, this person has been rushing me this entire time. Whoever this individual is, whoever this person is showing up. I couldn't quite pinpoint whether this is someone who you were currently dealing with or somebody from the past. So please just take it how it resonates and don't force anything to fit. This is somebody who feels like they still have a shoe in, however, okay? This is somebody who possibly maybe spoke too soon, or they allowed things to fall to the wayside too soon. There's an air of confidence here in their way of doing things. This is somebody who has a really hard time giving up control, and they have a hard time like getting out of their own way, which is why they try to control, manipulate, or force people to take their stance or do things the way that they want. You know, they want things to go is how they kind of show up in all of their relationships. I feel like it doesn't matter how close the two of you got. It doesn't matter how long you've known this person. There has always been a deadline in your mind. You gave this relationship a time frame from the very beginning, even if it was on a subconscious level. You've always been kind of watching to see if the other shoe would drop. So for some of you, in order for me to say that, this person may have showed up as like a knight in shining armor or a knight in shining armita. You know, they showed up saying all the right things. They showed up doing all the right things. And to you, that was red flaggish. So you were just waiting for the right time to intercept, to see if something would go wrong. Here's what I will say. It's not that you were pegging this person wrong or that you were incorrect in your beliefs or your intuition. It's just that even though that other shoe did happen to drop, okay, we already see that here in this very first card. I do happen to think that this person sabotages a lot of their connections unknowingly, okay? On a subconscious level. Does that make it right? No. But I feel like whatever you were feeling, this person would have known nothing about like their ways. You see what I'm saying? They don't even view their ways the way that you would have been. They don't view any of their behavior the way that you would have viewed it. They don't see it that way. I also feel as though you should be expecting a conversation, not from this individual, however, okay? There's some type of intervention. There's somebody that they're sending in to do their bidding. There's somebody that they're either, they have watching you or your social media, or there's someone that they are the ones watching you. However, they have somebody else that they're going to send in before time runs out. So that's why I felt like this person doesn't feel like things are over. They don't feel like it's done. They don't feel like it's over. All of this is current energy, and this is like the fears of the future. So are you still dealing with this person? And if you are, I just want you to take a second look at things, right? I don't want you to recommit. I don't want you to put anything in stone, but you may have missed something is what they're saying. Okay. That's why this intervention is here. Now, it was purposefully and by divine intervention and divine timing that things may be in separation, or that the two of you might not be talking at this time. And I feel like the lesson in this separation, it's a slight separation for most of you. I don't feel like you cut this person entirely off. Otherwise, their fear of the future wouldn't be that they're cut off. You see what I'm saying? That's why I can't really peg whether or not this is somebody that you just met or someone that you cut off. However, they don't believe that you cut them off, right? Like, it could be both. I don't get that this is somebody from your past that you deem to be the bridge being burnt, right? I don't feel like it's that. I don't feel like that's this energy. They do believe that they still have time, and this is somebody who wants to fix things, you guys. I feel like they needed to see things from another perspective. Okay, I think that they needed to have like a conversation with somebody else, right? Like sort of like a mediator, somebody who wasn't in the situation, because when this person would converse with you, they just wanted to win the arguments, right? Like they just wanted to be right in the conversation. They weren't really hearing you. And when whoever this person is that they're talking to, that they are venting to, right? This confidant, whoever this energy is, they happen to be saying the same thing that you're saying about this person, that they're stubborn, that they are, you know, stuck in their ways, that they, are a bit arrogant, that they're unfair, that what they're doing or what they have done in this connection did warrant your behavior, right? That they literally manifested you disappearing or you moving on because of the way that they were conducting themselves. And it's almost as if they needed to hear it from somebody else, not from you, in order for them to see it clearly. So now they're fully focused on you, right? Like there's almost this fascination with what you're doing, or how long it's going to take for you to talk to them, or how long it may take for you to recognize the changes that they have made. See, for some of you, they feel like you think it'll be a miracle if this person changes because they fought you for so very long, right? This is the type of person who fights over everything. Even when they know that they're wrong, they still want to fight. They just don't like being told what to do, and they don't like being told, what not to do. Okay. Right? Like they want to be the one to call the shots. That's just not realistic. It's also very immature. So I feel like if you relate any of these things to this person, if you spoke your mind, right, stood up for yourself, told them how it was, they not only ignored what you said, like one ear out the other, but they also didn't believe you. And it's almost as if it's until it's coming from this person. This is somebody who they trust. This is somebody, it's not that they don't trust you. It's just like, I feel like this person is they're either like a feminist or a misogynist, right? Like they only want to hear if it comes from one of their girlfriend's mouth, or if it comes from one of their homeboys' mouth, right? Like, or if it comes from like their cousin's mouth, or their mom, right? Or their dad, right? A best friend, something like that. It's not until they hear this person say this that they're like, damn, right? I screwed it up. And whoever this individual is, if you've met them before, they really like you. So this could be like a best friend. This could be a family member. Maybe you went to one of the functions. Maybe you guys met in passing. This could be a cousin. This is somebody that they consider to be like their ace, right? Like their closest confidant. This person really likes you. This person is actually fighting for you. You're like, I don't need nobody to fight for me. Well, they are, right? They're really getting in this individual's ass about their ways, right? You are stuck in your ways, my guy, my girl. Like, you're not right in this. Sorry. And you know what? I quite like that they have somebody like that around. This is not a yes person. This is not somebody who's just going to tell them what they want to hear. So I do feel like your detached energy, or it's like some of you are not accepting any of their invitations anywhere. Okay. You're possibly accepting their phone calls, but there's just this distance there. There's a detachment in emotion from whatever the conversations are. That is really bothering them. That's irking their nerves. And if you're not talking to this person at all, please be expecting them to be rushing in anytime soon here. Okay. This person wants to avoid an argument and a disaster, but to them, they don't really have a choice, that they do know that it's their fault. I feel like they might even lead with that. They want to avoid being cut off entirely. This person does feel like they only have eyes for you at this juncture, right? Like they feel like at this time in their life, they let their unhealed wounds like fuck up a good thing. Let your friends help you. Told you there is definitely somebody in their ear. And for some of you, this might be like a third party, right? It says others are involved. They might send this person in to like kind of soften you a little bit, right? See how you're doing, send you a little DM, request you on social media, to kind of open the door for them. Get a feel for how you're doing or what you've been up to, especially if there's been a disconnect for an extended amount of time. I don't get that you hate this person, you guys, right? Like, you're like, I don't hate anybody, but I don't get that you have such a disdain for this energy or this person, whoever this person is showing up, that you wouldn't be willing to hear what they have to say. Does that mean that you're going to re-establish access? Hell no, it doesn't. It does not. This person's feelings for you have really amplified once they were given this conversation, this wake-up call. This looks like an aha moment. I feel like their friend really got in their ass, right? They may have even gotten into an argument. Okay, so I almost feel as though the same way you would get pushback from this person when you're trying to only just help them not miss the opportunity with you. What the fuck, right? Like, I'm just trying to help you. I'm helping you out. I'm putting you on game, right? Giving you the cheat sheet. All of the things, they would give you that pushback. They would fight against it, even though it's for the betterment of themselves, even though it's to help them, not yourself. They still would fight against that. That's something internally, right, that they were healing from, that they needed to heal from. That was sort of like a defense mechanism. That's sort of like their crutch. That's just the first way that they can think to respond. I feel like this individual, this third party who spoke to them about their behavior or about how they treated you or how they lost you, right? That's really the kicker right here. They didn't sugarcoat it, and they may have gotten into a fight with this person. Okay, they may have argued them back, and there may have been a falling out, but then I do feel like this person came back after a while and was like, damn, maybe you're right? Like, if you're saying it, not that just because Aquarius was saying it, that it's not the truth, but if you're saying it, my rider, you know, my ace, then I'm possibly doing something wrong, right? Am I just going to throw away a family member or a friendship of all of these years? And I feel like that was the wake-up call that this person needed. It made them see this entire situation totally different. Well, I do feel like this person detached themselves from it. It was like sort of like it is what it is. They were willing to just let this go until people started to inquire about you. So now we have wedding, right? They're like, wow, you just like, you just really like took that L to go where? Like, there's nothing outside. Like, the dating pool is toxic. Like, there's nothing out there, sir, ma'am, bruh, sis. To go where? Got them really to thinking. It says this could be the one, right? So there may be a lot of lonely nights that this person is kind of facing. We have past life relationship. Once you've dealt with like a soulmate or somebody who you feel you've known in another lifetime, especially if you feel like you did this person dirty, or if you feel as though you may lose this person, it really helps you put things into perspective, and it helps you to see what's valuable and what's not. So even if they did try to date or try to move on, the value, you see, quantity, not quality, is just not how this person is trying to go out. That may have also started to put things into perspective for them as well, to see the caliber of people that they were pulling, and just overall how they felt in those interactions. It just wasn't giving, right? It wasn't satisfying. So let's see here. This is the Mystic Bees official, unofficial messages. I always try to shout my girl out. She's also a tarot reader on this channel as well, you guys. I think her channel used to be Mystic Beauty, but it's now Cosmic Royal Family. So check her channel out, okay? So we have My Pride and Ego Got the Best of Me. Exactly. Right there in the center, bud. Right there in the center. Lots of accountability here, okay? I'm not co-signing for anybody. I'm not telling you what to do. This is just what's coming out, right? So this is definitely somebody really hitting headway with what they may have detached from, okay? Somebody who was marriage material, right? So the one, you let that one go out the door, like, wait a minute. Everybody has something to say. So I would love to know, have you met this person's family? Like, have you met some of their friends? Something. Even if you only met one person, it started to travel. Okay. Gossip about you. Good gossip. Good things. Started to travel around their circle about you, about who they bagged, right? Like the guy or the girl that they're talking to now. It's like, let me tell you. Okay, about who my guy or my girl is seeing. It's a real one. Only to find out that they kind of sabotage things and let things go to the wayside because they couldn't get out of their own way. What additionally do we need to know here? Thank you. We have Jeepers Creepers. Nightmares, babe. Nightmares. This person may have also viewed like your behavior as like their kryptonite, right? Like something that they were so terrified of, but that they also couldn't stay away from. That's what I'm getting from this card. This is also why they would have fought so hard back against some of the things that you were doing. It may have even frightened this individual, some of that past life energy. Okay. Not everybody can handle that, right? Everybody always wants to talk about soulmates and twin flames and, you know, spiritual connections as this, oh, love at first sight. And, you know, we connected and we saw each other and the world stopped and it was a Disney movie and there were fairy princesses and calla lilies and butterflies and unicorns. Oh my. When for real, like in real life, if you have somebody who has not healed from certain things and dealing with some certain demons, right? Especially demons that have to do with their emotions. That shit can scare the bejesus out of you. It can scare you shitless. The emotions that it evokes, right? The connectivity that it evokes. Untapped emotions that are now busted wide open like a vessel, right? I'm even feeling like headaches, right? Because they can't quite understand. So all the things. So then instead of tapping into why they're running from it or why they are fighting against something so beautiful, instead of trying to unpack that, there is the sabotage. Period. This is making me a little bit sad because now I'm hearing that it's not that good things don't happen to this person. It's just that when good things do happen, they view it as a miracle, and then they also view it as they'll have to pay it back in some way, so then they try to give it back or detach from it. And that makes me sad. So it's almost the energy of somebody who feels like on a subconscious level they don't deserve good things, like, you know, goodness to happen to them. You were something good, by the way. Wow. So we have, I never meant to hurt you. That's what I said, y'all. I know. Oh, y'all gonna tear me up in these comments. Please don't. But I felt it, you guys, from the very beginning. This is something that they did and do unknowingly, and that they're only just now being able to see very clearly. Even if you said it right to their face, even if you told them straight out in black and white, right? Spelled it out for them, wrote it down, took a picture, sent the postcard. Hello? Even if you did all that, they still would not have gotten it, you guys. Do you understand? Totally different language. Speaking Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. So the behavior would have still showed up the very same way. Unintentionally. On a subconscious level, it's very much so intentional, okay? Pow, 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 straight shooter. But who really knows what's going on in their subconscious unless you're doing the work? And were they doing the work? No. I'm not taking up for this person, you guys. I'm not. Damn. I'm not taking up for them. This might just be a really hard lesson, right? Depending on where you are. Everybody's going to choose different. Everybody's going to feel different. And if this is somebody who you started to date newly, right? Like if this is a current situation that you've gone through more recently, only take that if it resonates. Then you're tired of fighting. So even though they didn't mean to purposefully, based on the track records of your exes, you might just not be able to do it. Right? It's just like, oh, I have to avoid this like the plague. I have to get away from this in a Maserati, bitch, in a Lamborghini, ho. Okay, what's the fastest? What's the fastest car? Just get me there. Get me out of here. There may have been some triggers here for you. Okay? And that's going to be hard to come back from. That's going to be hard to combat, no matter how much they now love you, no matter how much they can now see it. You see what I'm saying? Whew, this is heavy. This is heavy one. This is a heavy one, guys. Okay? I normally don't mind getting into y'all people's asses. But there's something about this healing family issues card that makes me feel like this is a very deeply rooted trauma response. And it was never meant to intentionally dagger you, right? Stab you, or to intentionally push you away. But that's exactly what it did. And that's exactly how it showed up. You protected yourself. You chose yourself. You're winning. They are definitely very much so in the losing seat. And I never really feel pity for your people, right? But this person is hitting a bit of a soft spot, okay? Because I feel like whatever they went through in their childhood or their past, they didn't really have control over it. The only control that they do have is now they know. So, right, like once you know, you must do something about it. Once you know something is happening, once you know something has gone on, once you see the pattern, once you recognize it, once you notice it, once you're told about it, once you see it, then it's your responsibility to do something about it. And they are, you guys, like healing showed up twice. We have life partner. Wow, these cards just keep getting heavier and heavier now, don't they? Now, does this mean you need to hop right into a relationship with this person, or into a marriage or an engagement, or just forget everything they did? Hell fuck no. They are working on themselves. They're not healed. They are healing. That's a process. So that's also something to take into account, right? Depending on where you are in your life, dealing with somebody who is unhealed, dealing with somebody who's still tapping into their traumas is a terrifying experience, and it's something that you possibly don't want any parts of. So we will have new love for those of you who are in that kind of headspace. In the extended, there will be new love to look into. So let's get a little bit further into this. I'm going to try not to make this reading too long. Now, as we dig a little bit deeper, why don't y'all take a little intermission, go down to them comments, send me a little, hey girl, hey, you know what I'm saying? Don't be rude, say it back. I love y'all, okay? We family. I do read them all. I can't respond to them all, but I do read all of the comments. I get my little kikis down in there, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be telling some real stories. All right, so let's get one more from this deck, please. Thank you very much. Too many responsibilities. That's you. Whew. You want to deal with an adult. You want to deal with somebody who can carry their own. This is fucking heavy. I said that already, right? And what's adding to all of the weight is there was one person carrying it. Okay, especially if you were the only one either fighting for this, if you were the only one evolving, or if you were the only one who could see the issues and you were actively trying to get this other person to see and they were blinded the entire time. That is, that's tiring. That is tiring. So let's grab from one more deck. It's very rare that we have a reading without any tarot lately, but we're being guided to all oracle at this juncture. Maybe tarot will come to the surface in the extended. Let's see here. What a very, very sad situation. I even get that this person is upset. Okay, with their parents. Yep. So now they're pointing back out to this card. This healing family issues card says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So whatever trauma they experienced was possibly in early childhood, is possibly something that they either inherited, right? Like they're just like their dad, or they're just like their mom, or they're nothing like them because of what they experienced. Something like that, something to that effect. It definitely has played a part and why they behave in certain ways. Now they are a full grown adult. So you must take responsibility, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis. I'm talking to your person now. You must take responsibility for your behaviors, right? Like as an adult. But I feel like their parents dropped the ball in some kind of way. Okay. In a way that they weren't taught, something that they were not taught, right? This could be somebody who was a spoiled brat. Or it could be on the way other end of the spectrum where they were neglected, right? So that's just going to be different for all of you. Too many responsibilities. Maybe they were abandoned or neglected, something to that effect, which makes them extremely scared of whatever you were bringing to the table. They both loved it and hated it. They both wanted it and despised it. They both needed it, right, in their mind, and also avoided it like the plague. We have undecided. Honestly, I don't know what I want. Not sure if I want a relationship, right? That's them. So for some of you, it could have been a very hot and cold situation with this person. One moment, they're all in. The next moment, it's like, who are we dealing with here, right? Like, who am I dealing with here, right? You're dealing with this. I'm emotionally closed off, so I don't feel my past wounds. You can't make this shit up. Wow. Look at that heart. Look at the imagery of this heart, you guys, okay? It's in shambles. And I don't get that it's relationships that brought them to this juncture. This person avoids relationships. This is not the relationship type of person. They never even thought about marriage. This is the type of person who will possibly say to you that they don't want to be married, right? Like, I'll just have a life partner, right? Like, I'll just, you know, yeah, do the boyfriend girlfriend thing forever, endeavor. Maybe they saw a lot of divorces, or maybe the divorce of their parents or the parental figures in their life really screwed them, right? Screwed them up, messed them up. I told you. I knew this. Now, the they is going to be different for all of you. I have to go be very honest with what I'm feeling, though, right? The energy doesn't feel as though it's this person. For a majority of you, it feels like they're sending in a third party. It would have been somebody that you met, that you liked. I don't get that you built a relationship with whoever this person is, right? You kind of met them, or you've met them a couple of times, or you know of them. And you will be quite surprised to hear from this person. Okay. They're going to want to have a conversation with you about what this person has been experiencing. This individual may even have gone to counseling or therapy. Okay, with this, I'm working on myself, or maybe they are seeking out like a life coach or something to that effect. They may have started to see a lot of things crumble. Not crumble entirely, but it's affecting everything, right? Their behavior. This could be one to throw tantrums, right? With this fights card. Talk crazy. Get triggered and start saying shit. Just talking out the side of their neck. Not just with you, but at their job, right? At their, you know, at their church, okay? At the clubs that they like to attend, you know, at the gym, right? They're just getting into altercations all over the place. And somebody had to call them out on their shit. Maybe there was an actual intervention for this person, like with their family, where everybody like kind of coerced them into coming to a family event, but it was really a you're out of control conversation. Wow, what is this doing in here? Look, it's this deck, but we have this card. What is it? Ooh, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like this happened in a reading of yours before. This person does know that you don't need them. They do recognize that you are good all by yourself. You won't settle. That you're not the type of person to put a relationship over your own happiness, your sanity, your mental health. But I'm getting more notably that they know you don't need them. Does that worry them? Slightly. Slightly. They also know that you can have anybody that you want, that you could have your pick. Even if you don't recognize that, that's something that this person that's something that's going through their mind, right? We have, right, like overthinking for sure. For sure. Don't lose hope. I told you, epiphany. It says, I'm driving myself crazy. Thoughts of you keep consuming me. Damn. Hot damn. We have epiphany. I didn't realize how empty my life was until you left me. That's not quite true, because when you left, this person was like, oh, well. It's not really until other things started to unravel. And then this intervention, either with a trusted confidant or an entire family, happened, and everybody was calling out all the shit that they've been up to, all the ways in which they dropped the ball, the ways in which they've screwed people over, their tantrums and their spoiled behavior or lack thereof, their detachment. Everything has been being called out, and then you were also being brought up in those conversations. Wow. We have honestly, we have clueless. It says, honestly, I don't even know what I did wrong. Maybe you'll tell me, but you didn't have to. Everybody else did. Whoa. Whoa, it's almost as if everybody else is like, you need to go and fucking fix that, okay? Because we haven't seen you with anybody like that ever, okay? Let's not even say a long time. Ever, motherfucker, ever. Hello? Do you want to be single forever? Now, does that mean that they're going to be able to acquire a relationship with you again? I don't know about that. I don't know. Can't really say I know the answer to that yet, right? It's going to be different for all of you. I'll never know the answer because it's going to be quite different for all of you. But so that you can make a very informed decision of your own, whether it be that you are going to hear what they have to say, hear them out, see the changes materialize, or go in the opposite direction towards new, we're going to look at all of that, okay? So let's hop on over to what's called the extended. You guys, you already know what it is. You know what it is. Let's see, where do they want things to go? Like, what's the hopes for the future of this connection in the near future? Because we do have that they're healing. What are they wanting from you while they're healing? Okay, that's going to give us context onto in reference to where this person's brain is at, because anybody who wants you to be there with them or be with them while they're working on themselves is still very much so selfish. So you may want to avoid that like the plague. We're going to look into that. Okay, let's also see what their purest intentions for you are moving forward. Let's see what ways are they willing to show up for this. Okay, upon healing completely, what ways are they willing to show up, change, and prove to you the love, right? Show to you that this is real. Let's see what obstacles and blockages might you not be seeing clearly in all of this. Okay, I did feel a few things that you may have overlooked. I want to see some details in reference to that. Let's see, will they end up like changing completely in the near future? That's like this next 6 months to the next 6 months. Let's not say a year. Let's see within the next 6 months, is there that major transformation, right? Is the transformation complete? Have they awakened? Okay, so that they can be on path to ascension with you. Let's also see if you were to commit to this person, right? If you were to move forward with this person, not commit, that's too strong of a word, they're saying. If you were to see things, to see how things go, just kind of see where things go, even establish a slight friendship, what would be the outpay of investing in something like that for you? What are you going to get out of this situation? Let's also see if there are any other things that you need to be aware of in order to protect yourself energetically while this person is very much so hell-bent on coming towards you. Let's see if they are really, really ready for you. I'm just double checking that, okay? I just have to see. I just got to see. I got to know. Okay. Let's also see what the potential for longevity and union between the two of you are exactly, and in what time frame. We'll also look at the time frames in reference to when they may be showing back up. Okay. And advice from spirit. Okay. Let's get your advice. Let's see how spirit suggests you best show up for yourself, this connection, and your future connections to ensure success, love, and happiness flows beautifully and effortlessly. And we're also going to throw in our new love reading. Of course, we're going to get into the nitty gritty of who's coming towards you, etc., etc. So please, without further ado, click that like button, click the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Okay. And I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box, and I will see you guys over there.